Hello everyone and welcome back for a new Strategus game video. Today we are going to talk about the final of the Winter Tournament 2021, which was between me and zach21. Actually I am saying it is the final because whatever was the outcome, most likely the winner was gonna be first and the loser was gonna be second. And actually if I was getting a draw I would have been first. For this game I hadn't had as much time as I had against Killer Whale to prepare, but I took some notes still about zach21. So the first one actually is not about his setup, it's just that he plays fast, he doesn't need a lot of time to think, and this is a thing which I don't like, because usually when my opponent is thinking, it gives me also the time to think. In this case, all the time thinking is my own time, so I was expecting a quite fast game. Second thing is that I know that Zach is a quite offensive player, but that he likes to have the marshal or the general in the last two rows. There is one time even he had a marshal here in the corner. So these were a few things. Now another thing I noticed was that he didn't like to do bluff a lot, and this is something somehow surprising, but he is the player who doesn't bluff. I would say until the end game. So if he attacks a captain, it's either captain, either higher, and something like this. Um, or the few times he has been bluffing against me, usually I was able to guess well. So I was quite confident about this, that I could somehow go quite fast with my high pieces in his fields. The last thing I noticed, if I'm correct, was that he often had a captain. He often had a scout and a sergeant in the middle. Sometimes even two scouts. So I decided just not to move. Have weak pieces here. I decided to have a bomb flag in the middle because I know he likes to attack on the sides. And I was expecting the bomb either on this side or on this one. This is something I saw he was doing quite often. And the last thing is that a couple of times he had a flag in the corner, but I was somehow expecting him not to have it, since he had done it in the previous tournament game. I think that's it, so we can start the game. Okay, scouts. Another scout. Usually he likes the scout openings, so that's somehow fine. And I decide to play with the lieutenant. Here I am expecting a scout, and I discover he has a lieutenant. So at this point I'm quite surprised because he has never had a lieutenant here. So I'm thinking, okay, all the probabilities about the center are not going well. And from this point I'm thinking, okay, well, he has a lieutenant, I don't think he has a lieutenant here, so this sergeant is somehow quite well positioned. Alright, and a second lieutenant here. So actually he had two lieutenants in front, and here I'm in a sort of fight, in a small panic. I mean, it's not a big deal since I just lost two scouts for it, but it's quite surprising because it's a total new setup, and I'm thinking, okay, most likely he has made a sort of analysis of me, or at least he has made something I don't like, and I really don't like these two lieutenants here, especially with this setup. So I'm blocked in the middle, and I need to develop on the lanes. I'm bluffing, so the sergeant bluff works actually, but not as much as I wanted, so he takes with a major. This major is quite well positioned. Usually I do have a captain in the middle. Again, luckily it was on your sergeant, but this confidence with the major shows me that in a sort of way Zach was quite confident and knew my playstyle. So the beginning is really not good at all for me. At least from this point, I'm thinking, okay, he prepared better than me. So now I'm bluffing with the major and taking the lieutenant, if I'm correct. Yeah. So at least I'm back with the lieutenant, and I reveal just a major, and we can trade. So that's not a big problem. Okay, so here I'm thinking, okay, is it a bluff or not? Because if I move on the left and this is a scout, this high piece could be revealed. So if I'm correct, I don't think it is a bluff. But on the other hand, I've been learning that he doesn't bluff at the beginning. So now I don't remember what happened. So actually I decided not to take the risk. But actually I think I could have. Okay, it was a scout indeed. Whatever. So we are somehow fine, meaning like he knows a lieutenant and a major, I know a lieutenant and a major, that's okay. And I'm down a sergeant up a lieutenant, so at least the beginning went not good for me, but in a sort of way it was quite close. Okay, so here he moves this piece, and he's making a lot of pressure. I defend with the marshal. Okay, making some pressure on his right side. He comes with this lieutenant, so my captain is quite well positioned. Okay, and here again, something quite surprising. He has a minor in the first row and a major behind it, so he takes a captain. His majors are perfectly positioned. And again, this setup is really unusual from him, and all my statistics went down at this point. So it's a bit panic on the board, I must admit. But still, it's not a losing position. I mean, I'm down sergeant, my captain for lieutenant minor. It's okay at this point, and I have some more informations. So here, he doesn't believe this one is a colonel. It could have been, but anyway. And now, as you can see, I don't. I'm at least I can't attack. I'm blocked on this side. He's making a lot of pressure on this one, and on this one, yes, I have a captain, and yeah, I can't do anything. So here I'm preparing a way to escape. I don't want this captain to be revealed, and I think I'm going up with the lieutenant, and it doesn't let me go up. That's annoying. So actually now what I'm trying to do is to trade this lieutenant, which is the known one. Okay. I could have taken with the captain, but I think it was better to trade the known lieutenant. Okay, and yeah, as a scout, he knows another lieutenant, so well, not much changed, I must say, but at least he shouldn't expect this one to be a captain. And colonel coming, okay. Quite strange to attack like this with a colonel, but from his point of view, it was fine. I mean, he takes a major for sure, and he gets information of the general early in the game, and he loses a colonel, okay, but he's up major captain. It's a good position for him. Now, what would be good for me is to take a captain back. I know two majors, so and the colonel is down, so my captain should be quite good positioned. I'm taking, okay, captain trading. Sadly, he wasn't coming with the sergeant or something. So now all will be about guessing well his marshal. He's coming with this piece, making some pressure, and again I have to retreat. Most likely it is a major or the colonel. I know he doesn't bluff at the beginning, as I said. So anyway, this minor he's here to bluff. So now I'm trying to reorganize a bit. I know he will attack. Okay, and making some pressure. Okay, captain trading here. It's good for me. I mean, if I had lost another captain, it was almost GG. Here, trading the captain is an advantage for me because I lose a known piece for an unknown one, so it's okay. Now I don't like him to make the pressure here, and I'm not well positioned for defense. Like, he could go down, I would go down with the gen, and if it's a scout, he goes on the marshal. So that's not good. Okay. Sergeant trading. Okay, at least here I'm making some pressure. Okay, this is a way better position as a defense. Okay, so now he's moving this piece from the third row. As I said, I was expecting a marshal somehow in the back rows. And this piece is really tricky. I don't know if I have to go on it or not. And now that I'm looking at the game, actually I think I should have gone on it with my lieutenant. Whatever, here I have a miner, which worked well. It took a scout. That's fine. Okay, so I'm trying to make the defense here, but I'm not really well positioned, I must say, even with by re-looking at it. At that time I wasn't that much worried, but yeah, we can see that he is dominating the game. He is positioning his pieces while I'm reacting and not acting. Okay, another scout trading. Sergeant, well, I can take it. Okay, I'm back with my sergeant, and now I would like to be back major or captain. And there is still this piece. So now I'm a bit shuffling, but it doesn't work against him. Okay, here I don't know what to expect. It was a major. Okay, so I know all the majors. That's okay. I mean, now my captains most likely can do something interesting. Either they find the call, either the gen or the marshal. So actually I said my captains, but I just have one. But anyway, this is a good information to know all the majors. Now I mustn't forget them. So actually here I'm thinking, okay, he forgot one of these two pieces because he could have gone down with my with his major and making some pressure. So I'm thinking, okay, the shuffling is working. That's not bad. And I take a sergeant on this non-lieutenant. So here is a mistake from him. I'm quite happy about this. And he's not making any pressure with his major on the minor, so maybe he forgot it as well. And again, it's a confirmation that he forgot it. So now I'm retreating the lieutenant just because he just refound it, so he shouldn't have forgotten it now. Okay, so he's coming with this piece. I don't really know what to expect here. Okay, lieutenant. And he's making some pressure now. So of course he is expecting this one to be a good one. It's most likely a public knowledge now. But at least I'm making some pressure on his major, and that's fine. And here I'm thinking, okay, should I take it or not? Because I'm up a call, so I could take the major back, be down a call again, and have the information and being down a captain, 4 lieutenants, and a mage, and a sergeant, and a minor. That would be a good position actually. Now it would be nice to find the marshal instead of the gen, but I'm thinking, okay, one of these two is a good one. And this one hasn't moved since the beginning, but for a long time there were 2 majors next to it. So here again I was saying he hardly ever bluffs, so he knows this. He most likely knows this one is a very good one. So I'm thinking this is not a bluff. So maybe this is the gen and one of these two is the marshal, and in this case I take, and let's hope I found something. So I take, and actually I found the general, so again he got me on this one. But the position here is not bad. Being down captain, up a lieutenant, a sergeant, and a minor, and my gen is known, his gen is known. I know 2 majors while he doesn't know anything else important from me. So I'm quite happy with this. So now I think my objective will be to try to trade the generals. I'm coming with the captain now, since I know the 2 majors. But I don't have anything to defend in the middle, so I don't really know what to do. And now he will bring this piece. Actually, I will make a little spoiler, but it is the marshal, and at that point I was thinking maybe it was a bluff, and actually it wasn't, so I will lose a captain, be down 2 captains, and he will be able to make a lot of pressure here with his general, and that's very not, from that point I think it won't be going well for me. So at least he didn't go on my call, so I'm going and I find the marshal and he takes. And that's very, very bad for me at this point. So I'm leaving the miner here, hopefully he thinks this one is the spy. I can bring the gen, but here, second mistake. With the pressure I'm making a lot of mistakes, so of course he has a scout and I'm not protecting this one, so I pretend this one to be the spy, but I'm not defending it. That's totally stupid. So now he will discover the marshal. I don't remember if we traded immediately, but soon it will happen, and then he has a good advantage on this. Now that I rewatch it, I'm thinking, okay, it would be the perfect plan would have been to trade the marshal and then move along with the gen without trading, and that would be annoying for him. But actually I'm not willing to trade, and that's a mistake. So I'm trading the general instead, and that's the real mistake here. And I think from this point I will go from a okay position, from a losing position, still playable. So, but yeah. So here I'm trading the marshal after deciding not to trade it. That's stupid. So he knows this lieutenant, and he will move this piece. Okay, it's his spy. That's okay, and I think this one was the color. So actually I will lose my spy, but it's okay. Okay, so at least I know the colonel here. So now my option will be just to run with my colonel and not trading, and go around. go around and wait for him to lose some pieces. Actually, I just have a minor well position. As I said, I was expecting a bomb here or here. So from how he played, I was feeling the flag could be around here at this point. So let's try. I'm thinking, okay, let's try. He's not expecting the miner to come. So in fact it was a bomb, but there is a surgeon behind. At least I remove all the options of flag bombed in here. Now the problem is that I don't want to reveal this lieutenant. Hopefully he thinks it is the colonel, but I think he won't believe it. And he told me after the game that he already knew it was this one. And he takes it, and that's not bad. That's not cool for me. So I'm losing my advantage. And again, this piece here is not moving since the beginning, and usually it doesn't put bombs on the first row. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a good piece, maybe it's a captain or something. Against Kant, he had an unmoved piece early since the beginning, but here I'm not. I can't risk actually, otherwise it's a full defeat. So now he moves here, and I will move my colonel. And actually he forgot my lieutenant, that's my advantage. So here I will try to bluff, hopefully he goes on the wrong one and I take a major back. But this is not gonna happen. So okay, my call is now public knowledge and I can just go around it. Up and down. And he has two captains to block me. So most likely now he does what he wants and I should lotto, but I don't know where because there are two possible locations for flags, so these could be bombs, but I'm expecting for sure a bomb here. I'm hesitating to lotto this one, but why? Okay, so here is a miner, so at least I can take a miner, that's amazing. This one moves and actually is even saving the miner. So there is a scout, at least I can pass a miner here. And I think he will take this miner. Okay, so I'm not willing to go on this one. And actually, I don't remember. Yeah, I think I wanted to go on this one. That was a mistake again. Now that I watch it, I think I should have made some pressure to try to go on this one. Not sure if I could have done it, actually, but it was worth trying it. So actually, at least here, I will for sure take this miner back. So there is not much else to say here. Now he just has to position well his pieces, and he will manage to find here. He still has 3 miners, so it's still playable for him, and he can sacrifice his last lieutenant easily. So actually I will pass just because now it will be a bit annoying to watch these moves here. So we are just going around. Okay, he brings a new piece. And okay, actually it is a miner, I think. So he forgot this lieutenant for the second time, sorry. But anyway, yeah, I get a lieutenant, I get a miner, I will lose my lieutenant, and then it's the flag is unprotected and he can easily go on it. He still has 2 miners. Okay, so actually he went the on this bomb, I could trade still to defend, because hopefully things I have an open flag. So 4 miners are down, 1 is left, and now he is coming with this piece here. And since I'm not lottoing, I'm hoping that he doesn't go on this one, but he's looking for something more complicated. So now I discovered that this one wasn't a bomb, and actually I understand that the flag is in the corner, and that was very smart from him. So we go, and now, yeah, basically we can see this is the end. So I think actually he will bring this lieutenant, if I recall correctly, and he will go on my sergeant, and then it will be GG. Yeah. So that's it. So to make a small detail of the major point of this game, I think the beginning was okay. The panic comes from this marshal coming, especially going with the captain and not, I don't know, retreating the scout. It would have been way smarter to do that. Another thing, yeah, then even by losing this, it's still playable, but letting my marshal being revealed, then it's a total mistake, and especially not trading the marshal. I think that if I had traded the marshal, not the gen, I could have played a bit more, and things could have been gone differently. But anyway, here I must admit that I did a mistake by myself, so it's my fault. And my predictions were totally wrong, so that's it. Anyway, I think it still was a nice game. I mean, still 700 moves, so I've never beat Zach, and usually our game are quite faster, so at least I was quite happy to last so long against him. Sadly, not long enough. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Don't hesitate to share the link and comment the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon for the next videos.